Igbo youths ask promoters of Tinubu to keep off Southeast. Igbo youths, under the auspices of the Coalition of Southeast Youth Leaders, yesterday warned groups and individuals promoting the presidential ambition of Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC, to steer clear of the zone. President and Publicity Secretary of the group, Goodluck Ibem and Oke Onwuru, respectively, in a statement described as unfortunate how certain persons from Igbo land would allow themselves to be used to promote the ambition of a man who is outdated in all ramifications in the scheme of things, to be voted as Nigeria's president. They added that in one of Tinubu's outings in Ekiti State, he openly boasted that he made Buhari president in 2015, stressing that his statement meant that he brought upon Nigerians the hardship they are facing now. Meanwhile, the Tinubu presidential support groups in Enugu State have resolved to come together under a new name, Tinubu'S Independent Campaign Group, for the purpose of canvassing votes and electing candidates of the APC in the 2023 general elections. The campaign support group accused factional state chairman of the party, Ugochukwu Agbala, of working for the presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku Abubakar, to undermine Tinubu and Shettima in the elections. Addressing reporters after their inaugural meeting, attended by the leaders of the campaign groups from the 17 local councils of the state, a member of Tinubu's campaign council and former state chairman of the party, Ben Umoye, stated that there is no going back in the move to retain power by the APC at the center. And he stated, "We have resolved with all members of the support groups in Enugu and all the 17 local councils to merge all Tinubu support groups together to the Tinubu'S Independent Campaign Group, Enugu chapter. We resolved to support candidates of our party APC from House of Assembly to the presidency, and we shall campaign for them to win the coming elections," he stated. All right. So, I guess the Igbo youths have a right. Again, at the end of the day, listen, they can promote themselves anywhere they want to in the country, but I guess the Igbo youths have decided that Tinubu is definitely not their candidate. So, if you look at it like that, then you can say, okay, fine, great. But if anything, I don't think they have the authority to stop campaigns, except there's a huge outrage and outpour of aggression if the campaign team decide to come to the southeast and have and raise a campaign. Then maybe we could see some violence of some kind, which should be very problematic. Or maybe if they try to campaign in the southeast, they may just have very low numbers and everyone just leave them to be. But if anything, I guess they've made their stance clear, and maybe, I'm not sure, but to a large extent you can safely assume that most Igbo youths would agree with what this Igbo group has said. And so, it would either be that there'll be major resistance to the campaign if Tinubu decides to campaign in the southeast, or the other option would be that, they come and campaign, they have very low turnout, and they're just left to campaign by themselves with 10-20 people walking around. And I think, to be honest, that would really make more of a statement than any resistance of any kind. But just, I guess, you let them do what they want to do. If you feel like they've disrespected you, well, you make that power and you show that with who you vote for in elections. Then Obi promoters should stay away from Southwest Shikena. Well, now this is what it has turned into. It's not necessarily, I don't see the group rejecting Tinubu's campaign in the southeast as purely just ethnic, but also other reasons as well, as the fact that it's just APC incompetence, and really, the fact that they've not been good. It's as simple as that. And the candidacy of Tinubu, like, is he fit for presidency? And they said he is not. For all the ramifications, he just isn't. So this is the conclusion that they have also made their stance. I mean, what can you do? Nigerians, you people should be wise and scrutinize any post you read before taking position. Do not believe whatever you read. Obi is a disappointment. His nuisance value is very high. Obi supporters should be ready to leave Lagos during their campaign. Well, you can't make it a thing like that. But then again, you can say that it is fair if you make it purely an interaction of just ethnic groups. Then if you're really going to reduce intelligence to that level, then that's it. But again, as I said, the group does not have the authority to say that Tinubu cannot campaign. It's either his campaign in the southeast to be met with a lot of resistance, or again, which I think is better, just let them do their thing. And most likely, if the youth are really they stand and they're unanimous in their decision, what would happen is his campaign would just be unsuccessful. It would be a very low turnout of supporters, and it will leave it like that. These hopeless youths are promoting ethnic campaign with the latest pronouncement. Tinubu is Yoruba's leading light. Any attempt to cage him in the southeast would only spell doom for Obi in the southwest and northern part of the country. Well, pretty much this triggers a conversation that takes everything else aside and just focuses on ethnicity, which is sad, but it's the reality of what we face. Mentalities really do need to change in Nigeria, ASAP. It's getting very, very bad. But again, what can you say? It's not like as if any conversation that is brought up, ethnicity would just find its way. It's the people. What can you say? It is the people. Tinubu and his propaganda news writers will keep on polluting yourself. Will keep on polluting yourself with such propaganda and forget that who God has blessed, no man can curse. To me, everybody has the right to support who he wants to. In politics, not minding your tribe and religion. All right? No to tribal or ethnic bigotry. Let each candidate campaign freely and everywhere. Let each voter cast his vote conscience-free. Listen, of course, they can give their opinions, but do they have the authority to say that you're not allowed to campaign here? No. It would have to be a dramatic whole state resistance for that to happen. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.